Today, we're talking about 4 myths people have concerning renting versus buying. You don't want to miss this one. I'm Marcia Valenzuela, and I work with my husband, Ignacio Valenzuela, the Miami real estate top broker for the Valenzuela Real Estate Group. We bring you the best tips to make your real estate transaction stress-free. So let's get started. We wanted to do this podcast because we had some clients who were full of myths, I would call them. And we really thought to ourselves, boom, podcast. We need to do a podcast to break these myths, to help you go from renting to buying your home, your own home. And we want to help you do that. And the first thing that these clients were worried about was becoming pre-qualified, meaning a lender or a bank will tell you, you qualify for this much of a loan. And that way you know the ballpark figure of what kind of home you should be looking for, one that doesn't exceed that amount if you don't have that extra money in cash. So it's so important to get pre-qualified at the beginning of the process. But these clients were afraid to get pre-qualified because they thought that their credit score was going to go down. So this is a big myth. We want to break it for you so that you can start going out there and get your dream home. So let me explain to you how this myth got started. Now, your credit score will go down if you are trying to get pre-qualified for different types of loans within a 3 or 4 month period. For example, if today you try to get pre-qualified for a home, and then in a month, you try to get pre-qualified for a car loan. And then a month later, you're trying to get pre-qualified for a Macy's credit card, for example. These are all different types of pre-qualifications, and the credit scores may go down at that point because what they're thinking is this person is going to be borrowing a lot of money for a lot of different things. They don't have enough money to pay for all of this. So your credit score is going to go down. Now, compare that to I am just trying to buy a home and I need to go and shop around for a pre-qualification and the terms that will benefit me. So what you want to do is go to several different banks and lenders within a short period of time, yes, and try to get the best pre-qualification letter you can get, and that's normal. Your credit score will not go down for those reasons. You see the difference? The credit bureaus will understand, oh, they're just shopping around for that one loan, for that one home, not that they're trying to live their life borrowing money for everything. Understand? So don't worry about the credit score. Thank God our clients trusted us enough to be able to get pre-qualified, and yes, their credit score did not go down. That's just how things work, but there's a danger in listening to your neighbors and friends and family because maybe they're not equipped with the right education, expertise, knowledge, etc., to know how this really works. And there's another danger in listening to them because the second thing I want to talk about is breaking that myth that you're going to need 20-25% down in order to buy a home. Maybe that has happened to somebody that you know, and so you think that that's a rule, but it's not. The FHA loans, you can put down 3.5% of the sales price, and that's pretty low. I mean, all of this depends on your situation, of course, but you can get that if your situation fits an FHA loan. The conventional loans are pretty low as well. They start at 5%. You know, we have mortgage broker that we use who has programs for people to even buy apartments at 3.5%. Again, if they qualify, but people are doing this, and that could be you. You just have to go out there and see. I mean, the point of this, again, is to break those myths. Look, you don't need a ton of money to buy a home. And there are other programs as well for veterans and for government workers. I mean, there's lots of things that we can take a look at and see what is the best thing for you. And that's what you really need. You need somebody who you can trust, like our clients trusted us. You can trust another broker, another realtor, somebody that you completely trust who knows what they're doing. Because that's another thing. You might trust a cousin of yours, but if your cousin isn't knowledgeable, educated, doesn't have the resources and the support surrounding them, you might not be able to even find that program. They just don't know about it. That can give you a 3.5% down. So you just want to break those myths. You don't need a ton of money to buy a home. Just get with the right real estate company, the right mortgage broker, and get you on your way. You know, you'll be happy at the end of the day living in your home instead of continuing to rent and thinking one day I'm going to have my dream home. Well, that day can be very soon. Just find the people that you can really trust. All right, moving on to number 3. Some people think, all right, I got pre-qualified for a small amount of money, let's say $200,000 or $250,000, and your dream home really cost $415,000. So you say to yourself, you know what? I'm just going to continue saving for a few more years. And then when I have the not the 415,000, but I qualify to get a loan for that much, then I'll buy. This is something, again, to talk to a realtor about, someone, again, that you trust and who's knowledgeable, because they can do the numbers for you. And you can, one idea is for you to buy that home at $250,000 now, so that it will increase in value. And then that time that you would have wasted renting, right, throwing money out the window and trying to save every penny, let's say, to give a number, let's say that's a 4-year period. And then finally you're ready to buy your dream home at year 4. But you know what? If you would have bought that lesser home for $200,000 at year 4, you're able to sell that home, make money that you wouldn't otherwise have if you were renting, and now you have even more money to buy your dream home. You see how that works? So you can look at it as an investment for now, so that in year 4, you're able to sell it, make a profit, and go after that dream home, or even better. And know that Miami's a great place to invest because homes go up an average of 4 to 5% a year. So you're making money every year when you buy a home, because once you sell that, you can be making a surprising amount of money even within a short period of time. So buying the lesser home now can probably help you get your dream home even faster than just saving. Now, a professional realtor will not pressure you into buying. A professional realtor will pull numbers for you, give you concrete examples, and go through everything, even sit down with the loan officer that they use or that they think would be a good fit for you, and the 3 of you talk about what's the best thing for you without pressure. The realtor who starts pressuring you, just be weary of them, because they might not have your best interest at heart. They might just want to close a deal for their own interest. So be careful with those kinds of realtors. And number 4, this is the last myth to break to get you into that dream home that you've been dreaming about for a long time. This can happen for you. So that is this. Sometimes people think renting is cheaper monthly than your mortgage would be if you bought a home. Now, this is great. This is one that I love because if you, for example, we took a $150,000 apartment, we went modest, $150,000, only a 2-2 in Kendall, which is very popular these days. A typical mortgage, and we've calculated it, that would have you pay a mortgage payment of $1,200 a month. Renting that same apartment in Kendall, that 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, would cost you $1,500 in rental payments a month compared to the $1,200 mortgage payment if you bought it. So number one, that shows you investments are great in Kendall. Buy an apartment in Kendall, you can rent it and make a profit every month. But for you as a renter, you're paying that $1,500 a month, and guess who's pocketing the profit? The owner. When you could be benefiting from that, and you can be the owner, and your monthly payment will be smaller. Now, of course, it depends on what mortgage you get, but this is a typical one that most people get. We did the calculations for that. And of course, if you're going to go to another area like Brickell, downtown Coral Gables, obviously things change and renting may be cheaper than buying, but we were looking at a specific area, typical area that is very popular right now, very residential, and with a typical mortgage, it just boggles the mind. It's wonderful to think that you can benefit by being an owner through your monthly payment as well. So here we are. Thank you so much for listening. We want to do these podcasts to empower you, to help you in your transaction with your realtor, and to help you avoid mistakes, get you into your dream home, or get your home sold so that you can move on to something bigger and better. We just want to help you along with your situation. That's why we decided to do this podcast. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And you can find us on our crazy journey on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and podcast. Just search The Valenzuela Group. We're everywhere. And if you want to contact us, you can text or call us at 305-776-4866. Until next time, we will be bringing you the best tips to make your real estate transaction stress-free by putting you first. Take care, guys.